Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Indigo Diamond here with another video, here to talk about Canada's Drag Race Season 2. Before we get into that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and tell me down below, who are you rooting for? I don't know, maybe Icesis. Icesis, Pythia, I think are my two kind of like I feel like you two are kind of consistently doing well. This week was the ball. It was like the Sinner's Ball. I was only able to find the looks that they had to make. So I'm only going to be going through those, but like visually. But I will probably mention some of the other ones if they made an impact on me. So let's get into it. Up first is Adriana. So this is going to be fun. I've got to try and remember which sin these people had. So Adriana had lust, clearly. Adriana had my favourite second look. So the second look was supposed to be like ugly as sin, and oh my god, she had this look that just encumbered like her entire body, like all the way down to her feet, and she was just doing this like really awesome shuffle motion like all the way around, and then she got to like the end of the stage and went reveal and like pulled up and just had like her ankle and her foot come out. It was so fun. I was cracking up with laughter. It was so good. The first look was sex, drugs and rock and roll, and I'm trying to remember what her look was now. From what I remember, it was fine. But this look, no, it doesn't, like, the pant doesn't look like it, like, it's really like overly attractive. And it honestly, with all the bits, it just looks like she got a load of squirty cream and just went, I put squirty cream around my boobs, I put it on my crotch, everyone has a good time. I put it on my feet, some people like that. On my shoulders, who knows what people are into. I don't know where any of it was like coming from. Yeah, it's a no for me. I was not a fan. Geometric. I hated her first look. I loved the idea of her first look. It was the execution I didn't like. So essentially it came out as like a guitar. But then, so you know how like at the end of the guitar, where the actual like big, usually like wooden bit is, and you get, usually they go and like spikes onto the side and like almost angle. She had like one bit coming off of her leg that was supposed to be like one side of it, but it was like a sort of weird inflatable material. It did not look good. I hated it so much. What did she do for her ugliest sin look? Oh, that's right. She came out in like a gum outfit. I hated that look. I know they were supposed to be ugly, but I really didn't enjoy that look at all. She ended up coming out in like this dress that was all made of gum. She had like really messy hair that was all gummy. I was not a fan. This look, so this was sloth, I believe. I would imagine, considering pillows and everything. I thought this look was fine. It's difficult because like I didn't really like it because of the materials used, but these were the materials that she was given, so she didn't really have any other option but to use it. So I think given the materials that she used, she did a fine job. Icesis Couture, her sex, drugs and rock and roll look, they didn't like very much. I enjoyed it. It was quite different from anyone else's. I thought my only problem was, so I liked the hair she had. What I didn't like was the colour of it, because it was that like lime green hair, and oh, I hate that colour so much. It's not a colour I enjoy seeing like anywhere. Like lime green is like, no, why must you wear lime green? I was not a fan of that colour. The outfit itself I actually quite enjoyed. I thought it was really cutesy. Quite different from for Icesis, I thought. What was her ugliest sin look? I can't remember. Insert tumbleweed. No, I can't remember. It will come to me later, I'm sure, and I'll be like, that's what it was. This look, was she Wrath? Was she Wrath? There's a couple here that I'm sat there going, do you know, I generally can't think what they were. I feel like this must have been Wrath. Maybe. Domination was a sin. I really liked this. I thought this was completely different from anything that we've like really seen on Drag Race really before. I thought the execution was good. Yeah, I definitely think she deserved to win the challenge. She's the first person on season 2 to win more than one challenge. Kendall gender. I cannot remember what box she had now. Pride? Pride, maybe. I feel like this is going to be Pride. Because then she had the Black Lives Matter sign on the back. I feel like this must be Pride. What was... So her sex, drugs and rock and roll look, I cannot remember for the life of me. Her ugliest sin look... Oh, she did like a puking cat. I don't know why it had to be puking. I did not like that. Maybe that's what Icesis did. Did Icesis do a cat as well? I know someone else did a cat. It might have been Icesis. This look, I love the colour. Purple is an absolutely gorgeous colour and it looks really good on Kendall. I don't like the hips bit. Like, I know she said that she was going for like a sort of like overly accentuated like black woman hips. It looks almost a bit boxy to me, like more than like accentuated hips. But apart from that, I really liked the look. I thought it was good. Kimora Amour had Envy. They really liked this look. Honestly, I did not like it. And honestly, it's probably not really Kimora's fault. It's more about the materials she was given. Her sex, drugs and rock and roll, she did a Tina Turner homage. I thought the outfit looked brilliant. She sold it down the runway. Can't really say much more than that. It was her ugliest sin look that was probably the best of the night. And it wasn't because of how it looked. It was the message it gave. It was how she, like the story she gave down the runway. That's what made it really good. So essentially what Kimora did for her ugliest sin look is she came out as a slave. She was dressed as a slave. She had her hands bound with like cuffs and she was like shaking the entire way down the runway, like looking down. The judges were silent pretty much the entire time she was out there on that stage in that look. And honestly, it was probably the best look for that category of the night, in my opinion. It's one of those things that I hate so much about the human race. Like, the fact that we view certain people as less than other people for one reason or another, be it, you know, the colour of their skin, the gender they are, you know, their sexuality, stuff like that. I just can't comprehend how that is a thing. Like, I don't understand how it was ever a thing. I especially don't understand how it's still a thing. You know, you see all these things about, like, you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, the amount of trans people that keep getting killed over in America and stuff like that. The amount of, like, hate crimes that still happen, you know, even here, like, in England, I keep seeing them on the internet when I'm, like, scrolling through Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this person got, like, beaten in a suspected hate crime in Liverpool and stuff like that, and you're just like, really? It's 2021? It's like, if we've not put this behind us now, I honestly don't know if there's any hope for us ever doing so. And, you know, it is one of those things that I do love about Drag Race. Like, queens like Kimora, Simone did it, you know, Raja did it in All Stars 6. She didn't necessarily do on the runway. She did it in a verse. Trinity K. Bonet brought it out on the runway. These things that, you know, to highlight people, these sorts of things to people that maybe wouldn't see it and like, or hear about it as often as they should. And it just makes me sad that we live in a world where people have to fear being who they are, who they were born as, because of other people in the world. And it is, you know, majority of it, like 99.9% white people. White people that I'm like, I'm white, I can do this, I'll get away with it because I'm white. And it's like, no, that is not okay. That should not still be happening in 2021. I'm sorry, but, well, sorry, not sorry, because it just flat out shouldn't be happening. We are all humans at the end of the day. Doesn't matter anything about you. We are all humans. That is the race we are. Humans. So we should all be treated equally. No one should be living in fear of something happening to them because of who they are. Or that they'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and maybe because they're black or because they're trans or because they're gay, that's going to endanger their life. It should not be a thing. Never should have been, but especially shouldn't be now. So I applaud you, Kimora, on that look. On the other hand, I really don't like this envy look. On a happier note, because, yeah, I'm not one for getting emotional or trying to speak about emotional topics too much, but, you know, things need to be said, because if they're not said, things don't change. Or we can't expect anything to change if things aren't said. So, yeah, this envy look I don't like. So partially because the corset looks like it's obviously like a separate outfit to the like skirt. The corset's obviously also a really, really horrible lime green, which I don't like. I like it from like the boob up, where you've got like all this grass and everything like that. And I mean, obviously you can tell it's envy. It says it on her head. Moving on to Pythia. Pythia had gluttony. It's a slight difference there. Pythia's sex, drugs and rock and roll look I liked, apart from the shoes. So Pythia had two different boots on. One was sort of like a, well, sort of thing you probably imagine like a hardcore like metalhead maybe wearing. The other was like a sort of like sexy black boot. It didn't bother me because of the separate types of, well, it didn't bother me because it was like, because I think the judges were kind of like, oh, they're like two separate styles in boot. And for me, I was just out there going, it bothers me that they're two separate boots. I hate stuff like that. It's like, you know, one of my exes would wear odd socks all the time, and it pissed me off to no end. I hated it so much. I can't stand stuff like that. It really drives me insane for no reason. Like, if you're wearing odd socks, don't tell me. Just flat out do not tell me that you have odd socks on, because it really irritates me. It drives me kooky. Kookier than I already am, and that's saying something. Ugliest sin look. What did Pythia do for the ugliest sin look? I can't remember. Was she the one that did the cat one as well? No, I don't think she was. Maybe she was. I don't know. But this look, gluttony, I love the fact that she went down the Hansel and Gretel look. Hansel and Gretel route, should I say. I need a drink. I thought that was really, I thought it was a smart way to do it, because, yeah, you know, you had the Wicked Witch that, you know, you've fed the kids up, you know, she's been fed too much candy, so she's puked up a bit, you know, she's got a really cutesy outfit on. I really like this. I thought it was a good week for her. Our dearly departed Cynthia Kiss had greed. So the sex, drugs and rock and roll look, I liked the look, did not think it fitted for the category. I feel like it looked more like almost sort of like a hippie pop sort of like groupie than like specifically like sex, drugs and rock and roll. Her ugliest sin look. It was one of those issues where she thought she could do ugly because she had short hair on, and yet she just looked really cute and adorable in the outfit, and you were like, oh, Cynthia. Yeah, you didn't get that category right, did you? And then on to greed. Well, my biggest problem with this outfit is the fact that she's got like animal print on her skirt, animal print on her head. She's got like some faux fur next to her, and then she's got a sparkly like sequin top. And I just look at them and go, for me, doesn't work. Like, together, doesn't work. And I think that's kind of what landed her in the bottom. That and the fact that the other two didn't really work either for the category. So, yeah, that was all miss for her. So, Cynthia and Kendall ended up having to lip sync against each other. And Kendall stayed. I do think it was the right choice. I think, given the song, I loved that song because they did Heaven by DJ Sammy. And I was sat there going, I remember listening to that when I was in like school, and that you'd be like raving on like the summer holidays, playing that song, being like, yes, summer. Childhood. But yeah, I do think Kendall definitely won the lip sync, which is it's sad to see Cynthia go, but you know, I do wonder if maybe she had shown all she could at this stage, maybe in All Stars down the line, who knows. But yeah, I definitely think it was Cynthia's time to go, which is sad, but you know, now we've got our top 6. Everything's coming to an end. We're top 6 already for flipping Canada's Drag Race, which means what? Top 6. We've got maybe 3 more episodes if there's no double saves, and then we'll have our top 3. So maybe 4 episodes and it will be over. Drag Race UK is over. Well, the finale's this coming week. We do have Queen of the Universe that will be starting up. Woo. And obviously there's that rumoured UK versus the World series coming out. We'll have Drag Race season 14. That will win a season that's rumoured to happen. All these things that will be coming up that, you know, it will be good. It will be interesting. Excuse me. But tell me down below in the comments, who are you rooting for? I think Pythia and Icesis are kind of like my two, like, I'm really thinking you two are like going to be up there. While you're down there, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you lovely people next time. See ya. Bye.